North Texas prop party, and I am looking at what was described as an all real Obi Saber, correct?
Real parts Obi Saber, that is correct.
All real parts Obi. This is exciting. All right.
Okay.
So let's go down through here so people who don't know, they can see what it takes to make what I consider this this is like the Saber of all sabers.
Yes. So we'll start here on the end. This end cap here is a sink knob from a British sink. It's made by a company called Armitage Shanks, which in the U.S. would be American Standard. And I have a cold, and we don't know if it was a cold or hot side, so that's this piece here. The next piece is, this is the end of a machine gun, the end of a Browning machine gun. And it was used, the fins were used to cool the barrel down when the machine gun was firing. It was a machine gun used on aircraft.
And it looks like a heat sink.
Yes, it is a heat sink. The next piece here, this is a Graflex clamp, which is the piece of the Graflex flash that attaches it to the camera. When you have a big 4x5 camera, this is the piece that would actually attach it to it.
Let's see that logo, because I'm pretty sure everybody knows that
Graflex right there.
Most of the Sabers, you have some other ones.
Yeah,
here.
there's a Graflex right here.
They're pretty much all flashes, because that's what the prop guy would have had a big pile of.
So we got the same clamp there on the Luke Saber, and in the clamp we have This was a magnifying bubble strip that was used in Texas Instrument calculators that were made in 1974 and 1975. And it was used, there was a tiny LED underneath, and these bubbles were used to amplify to make it easier to see.
Nice.
So they put that in here, and these right here are transistors that were just added to look like buttons or controls of some kind. The next piece here, this entire assembly right here, this is a 1912 Hales rifle rod grenade. And the part that you can't see that's inside the clamp, there's an end cap, and this entire assembly would go down the barrel of a rifle. And the soldier would point it at the enemy and pull the trigger of his rifle, and this entire grenade would fly across the battlefield, and then when it lands down, it explodes, and these are all the little steel fragments that with the shrapnel that would come out.
So that's a real one.
A real, and real. All this is real.
And again, the reason that we think the prop master would have this is that Elstree Studios is in England.
Right.
So this is typical what you'd see in a military surplus.
Yes, yeah. British sinks, Browning machine guns, but used on British planes. Graflex clamp was American, and so was the bubble strip. This would be made by the British military. And Baptiste of London, the prop house, would have had this available to them for war movies. So it would have been in the prop house also. The last piece here, this is what's known as a flame tube balancing pipe. And in a Rolls-Royce jet engine that was used in the British Meteor jet aircraft, the engine has these flame tubes that go around it, and there's 9 of them. There's one over there on the other table. And
we'll go check that out.
The fuel and fire are shot into the flame tube and ignited to produce the thrust. And to balance the pressure, they had these little ports that connected each tube all the way around so that one tube didn't burn hotter than the other tube. And it balanced the pressure out all the way around. So each tube has 2 of these that face each other that connect between each one. And this is what the prop makers put together in 1976 for Alec Guinness to wear as Obi Wan Kenobi in the original Star Wars: A New Hope. And this one is all real parts.
And there we have it. An all original Obi. That's amazing. Thank you, sir.
Anytime.
Great walkthrough.